Alright YouTube, this is my cuz JC and we are doing an interview today. He's going to interview me, we're going to talk to each other, we're going to kind of talk about, certain things in life. I just graduated YouTube, as you know, I just told y'all that in some of my videos. So basically this YouTube channel has been solo being me. But today we have a very important person in my life. My family has known this guy, and he's gonna kind of ask me questions. We're gonna kind of interview each other, just talk about some stuff together. JC, do you have anything you want to bring to the table right now to YouTube?
Yeah, definitely. When you asked me to join you, I thought about something I read, so it's not something that I came up with, so I don't want to get the props for that, but definitely something I thought about, which is you don't know what you know until you realize you didn't know.
Right.
So what does that mean? That means that you're going through a life experience. All of a sudden you overcome this experience and you realize, wow, I didn't know I had it in me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us, I think, have gifting, have talents, have knowledge, and have understanding, and some of us have common sense, thankfully, that when things happen to us, we didn't realize that we had what we didn't know we had.
Right.
I lost my job 6 months ago, making about $70,000 a year. Great job, great benefits. I was there for about 4 years. But anyway, I found myself unemployed, so I'm like, what do I do?
Right.
I didn't know what to do. I've never been in this position before. But here I am 6 months later. In 6 months, I've traveled more than I did last year.
Right.
I've hung out with my family more than I did last year. I've been into real estate school. I've been to life insurance school. I paid off all of my debt, all my car, my credit cards, everything I owed except for my mortgage in my house. And my mortgage is very well, it's like $388 a month. So I didn't know I had it.
Yeah.
Until something happened. Now I realized that I didn't know what I didn't know.
But can you agree that once you're older, you can accomplish your dreams?
Oh,
you
absolutely.
can accomplish that financial stability. And even in your case, you lost your job, but you're still like, I have a goal. You fall 7 times, you get back up 8 times, right?
Absolutely. Les Brown says to shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you at least land among the stars.
Wow, that's a good quote.
Yep. And then he also said that Les Brown, my favorite motivational speaker, one time was playing with his son, 9-year-old son, and he kept beating his son because he's one of those parents that, no, you're gonna win, you're gonna earn your win.
You're gonna earn it. Yeah.
And so he told his son, I don't want to play this no more, I'm beating you. And his son told him this, that is not over until I win.
Wow.
Boom.
Wow.
It's not over until I win.
Yeah. That's good, YouTube. If you didn't understand that, it's a fight, Like I told JC earlier, we were talking about some stuff and talking about success, and him and I have a very kind of similar goal about helping people out.
Absolutely.
We don't want to be wealthy just because we're wealthy. We want to be wealthy to help other people out, and to kind of like say, hey, listen, I've been in your shoes. I can help you out, get to that road to success. There's videos on my YouTube channel. Y'all can hit the link below, hit those, links, and watch some of my other YouTube videos about, the road to success. I have 2 series on that. But basically me and JC were talking about, getting that financial freedom, getting to that place where you can help other people out. And so, I told him this quote that I learned. A leader first had to be a very good follower. So you have to be a very good follower in order to be a leader.
Absolutely.
Now, JC, do you have any thoughts on that, like that quote, and do you have any thoughts on what I just said?
Absolutely. I mean, just like leaders are not born, leaders are created.
Right.
So, I was born into a very well financially stable home. I mean, my first car was a very luxurious car.
Yeah.
But my behavior, my mentality was not like that. I had a poor mentality.
Right.
Poor mentality doesn't mean only that you don't think of one day being successful, but it's a person also who's not able to manage their thoughts.
Right.
Who's not able to manage their goals, their vision. Me, I was just partying, doing all that kind of stuff.
Right.
At 18, my mom kicked me not only out of the house, she kicked me out of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
She She gave me a ticket at 3 o'clock in the morning. She said, "You're leaving.
The whole
you're
island,
done.
guys.
You're out." And of course, at the beginning, it was shocking. Like, whoa,
Yeah.
really? Not even to my dad's house. She said, "No, you're going. You're going. I'm tired of you." The best thing that happened. And you know what? I didn't know what I had in me
Right.
until I didn't know the situation that I was in.
Right.
So leaders, and so then I applied myself. I went under a leader, a spiritual leader, for a good 5 years, and he taught me well. He led me well. He taught me the lessons of integrity.
And do you think that's inside of you?
Absolutely.
And do you feel like half of these people out here that are famous and have money, somewhere in their life they had a spiritual leader, or they had somebody of that kind of, you know, context?
Absolutely.
They had somebody that mentored them. But for instance, you were talking about a pastor. I'm talking about my pastor. And I've told y'all in other videos about how my pastor kind of introduced me to some of these things. He said, he sat down with me, he said, "Hey man, you know," and this is in my words, he said, "You need to go to college, you need to have a goal in life." And that hit me because, you know, I was just thinking about, hey, you know, I've always been taught a 9-to-5 job, right? We've always been taught that. We've always been taught, you know, you work for what you get. But what about this? Can you work for what you get, but you can be comfortable in living? What do you think about that, JC? Can you...
Absolutely. I mean, that's just mediocrity.
Yeah.
That's just people that are mediocre, that they find satisfaction where they are, and there's no more drive for them to move up or
Right.
go for their next endeavor, or reach for new goals, or for you know, try to move into a new journey in their
Right.
life. That's the thing about me. I'm crazy enough to start. I think I've started in my life maybe at least 5 times, and I always start in the bottom. There's not like, you know, when I retired or decided not to do ministry anymore, pastoring for 15 years, I went and moved to New York.
Right.
Well, the place that I moved into New York with my kids and my ex-wife, it was so small that I literally couldn't even stretch my hands all the way or to the side.
Yeah.
It was that small. It was so small I couldn't fit a queen size bed frame
Yeah.
in the apartment, so I had to build one out of wood.
Build one.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was so tiny that you
Yeah.
literally could sit
But
on the toilet.
that was your start, though.
That was my start. Then a few months later, I get sick of something. We still don't know what happened, but I was out of commission for a good 6 months, hospitalized for 7 days. In 2.5 weeks, I lost over 30 pounds. I mean, it was devastating. I've always been very strong, very healthy, hard worker.
So something clicked in you that said, I want to strive to do what I want, and I don't want to, you know, basically what I'm trying to say is, you know, I want to be the best I can be and do what I love to do. Because in the end, what is the main principle? It's doing what you love, because there's so much money out here. And do you agree with this statement, that there's so much money out here that you can sit down, even though you were in that stage of your life, you know, in New York, but you said, you know, I want to do what I love. So you strove for that greatness of yourself, because the greatness is different within everybody. You know, you can be like a real estate jockey, or you can be like the stock market jockey, or you can even say, hey, I want to be a manager of this company. But you said, you know, I want to strive to what I want to be. So what changed in you that day, or these couple years, or whatever, that said, you know, this is who I'm going to be, this is what I'm going to be? Can you give us like a thought process of any of that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it happened actually. The moment that I knew
Yeah.
was last year, July 12th of 2017.
Yeah.
I remember my fiance had just left the house. I closed the door, and she was gonna go her way, and I was gonna go my way. I stayed in my house, of course, and it's like I said, God, what now?
Yeah.
I mean, it just hit me. I started crying. I was doing a soul search.
Yeah.
I was doing a soul search.
Yeah.
And in that soul search, it became obvious, clear, that I'm not supposed to work where I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to work for someone else. I have a calling. I have a purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every morning, as soon as I open my eyes, first thing I say, thank you, God, for a new day.
Right.
Then the second thing I say is, I'm better than what I think I am.
Right.
Right? Then the other thing I say, I'm perfectly created for my purpose.
Okay.
You know why? Because there's only one JC.
Yeah.
You're perfectly created by God for a purpose, with a purpose. Then I said, I have the knowledge, the wisdom, and understanding to fulfill my calling. Then I'm the head. I'm not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. I'm the lender, not the borrower. I'm blessed and highly favored by God and man. When I'm in and when I'm out, when I'm in the city, when I'm in the field, right? And then I say I'm more than a conqueror because I can do all things through Christ.
Yeah.
All things. That's every morning, 7 days a week, every day, throughout since July 12th, 2017 till now. I say that, and you know what? I said in July 12th, I set 6 goals to reach by 2018.
Okay.
I've already reached 4.
Okay.
And in 2 weeks, I'll reach my 5th.
Okay. But this is the last question. We'll end here soon. I know this is a long video, guys, but this is good stuff. Good stuff, because it all starts in the mind. And JC, do you believe? You're 42. You said.
Yep. 42.
So you've been through life. Do you believe that everything starts with a mentality? And do you believe that? I heard a billionaire even say, you can even start with a mentality with saying, I'm going to start by making my bed every morning, and that will lead me to doing something else, and that will lead me to doing something else. So do you think that it starts with the head, and you say, okay, it starts with what I'm thinking right here, and then actions will come out forward. That will be the actions. You will understand my thinking by the things that I do. Do you think that is the road to success? That is a key component to success?
Absolutely. Never undermine the smallest and most minute steps that you take, as long as they're purposely done and planned. For instance, I purposely, like, I wake up, once I say what I always say in the morning, I make my bed.
Right.
Done. I don't have to.
Yeah.
It's my house. I live by myself.
Right.
I don't have to. There's no one to show. It's something that triggers. Okay, I accomplished already one thing in the morning.
Right.
The next thing is stretching while my coffee's brewing.
Right.
Once I do that, then I have a massage chair. I get on that. I'll read at least a chapter of one book. I'll read the daily devotional. Then I start dictating my goals of the day.
Yeah.
Then I also dictate my goals of the year. Then I dictate my long-term goals. So every day, every piece of input that you put mindfully and purposely, whether it's the bed or whether it's cooking a grilled cheese, if you purposely did that, your brain automatically says, I've achieved one thing, what's the next?
Right.
And it becomes a domino effect, and then it becomes something that you want to do on and on and on. And you go to bed that night saying, wow, what a day of fulfillment. What a day of full of accomplishment.
And I agree with that, because, for instance, I told JC about this, and I've told y'all about this. I made, I invested in the stock market with $140, and I've told y'all that before. And I made over 140. I made quite a bit of money. JC saw it, and I said, what if I take these talents and these abilities I have with numbers and with success, and I say, what if I invest in that more? It starts with the little things, guys. Like I've told y'all before, y'all don't have to invest a lot. And if you're new to this channel is basically about success, and about a young person that wants the success. And as I said in the beginning, I'm gonna start interviewing with people that are older than me. And JC is my cousin, but he's been through some stuff, and we've been talking today. And this channel is about this. And so hit those links in my description, hit those links, subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. And JC, if you have anything else to say, I'm just gonna let you say it for the next couple minutes, because we're already going 15 minutes. But if you have anything to say, what kind of words, what kind of phrase, or what kind of quote to end with would you tell the people on this channel and the people that are viewing this channel?
Yes, last thing I would say is, do you follow your heart, and don't let someone else's opinion become your reality. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. Like I said, subscribe to my channel, hit that link, share the video, like the video, and I will see y'all till next time.
Later. Thanks, bro.